Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. We are still in Fallen London, but we are pretty much done here. In fact, we are completely done for now. Ready to head on out. Right, now, last time we unlocked the Voracious Diplomat, and I completely missed the dialogue that happened when I submitted the Vital Intelligence. I guess I just assumed that I had done this before. I think I have, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I hadn't. Yeah, maybe it's that I just completely missed this part where the game outright tells you that you can create this stuff, and I always just sold whatever strategic information I had, which of course was not very profitable, and also, you know, I could have unlocked this a lot faster. Anyway, right, in assisting the Voracious Diplomat, we've actually also advanced London's supremacy all the way to promising level, for whatever that's worth. The thing is, yeah, so I mean, you were able to pause the video and read that. I also took the time to read the dialogue that appeared, or the description that appeared after I gave him the first bit of vital intelligence, and he basically asked us to not give any future vital intelligence to the diplomat, even though it would be more profitable, because she has dangerous allies or something like that. Right, and we should continue working with him instead, because together we can make things right. Okay, so I guess there is some sort of conflict going on here. Of course, I still gave the second bit of vital intelligence to the diplomat for now. There's also an option here to actually ask him about her now, which I missed previously. Diplomat, a half-legendary, all-infamous figure whose connection to the Admiralty is obscure. Frank scowl. A non-principled scoundrel, the Admiral snaps. If you have intelligence, bring it to me. Don't go off the books. Okay. So I was able to submit almost all my non-undersea port reports, I guess, for, you know, a couple hundred echoes. Yeah, almost 600, I guess. No, actually more than that, because I also went ahead and bought 5 firkins of honey for now. Because with that we have everything we need for that little magical show that the magician is going to put on, I suppose, as soon as we reach 10 terror. So that's actually our goal, to go to 10 terror, so we can use up the honey, the live specimen, and 2 of our bales of linen for that. Right, and our hold is completely full. That's why I couldn't report or submit any more reports. I think we have 2 or 3 more that I could submit. Most of those were old ones, of course, that didn't give us any additional favors, but all of them paid somewhat and gave us fuel, of course. So yeah, we're pretty well off in terms of supplies, and we're ready to head up to... Alright, and also, of course, we're going to finally get rid of these tomb colonists in Vanderbite, which is our next goal, of course. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go. I'm gonna switch off the lights, both for efficiency and because I actually want the terror, right? So, let's do that. Oh, or do I stop by Low Barnet first? I mean, I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, I suppose I might as well. And we'll see how that goes and how much time that ends up taking. Could stop by Hunter's Keep. Oh, also, I guess we hadn't even seen this, but yeah, there's a unique animation and also a unique model, I guess, for the submarine version of this ship. And in fact, I guess probably for every ship, which is honestly kind of impressive. I had been wondering briefly how this would work, if the submarine version for at least all the normal ships would all look the same, but I guess there is a little animation happening even for the other ships, so probably each one of them has its own unique submarine version. So that's pretty neat. Anyway, Low Barnet. Trade stories. Participate in another contest of stories. Oh, we don't have We don't have a port story available, because we didn't spend enough time out at the... Transport a wandering parson to his next destination. I guess we just don't have that. Trade stories to the gentleman in the rear pew. Trade your storyteller quality for different rewards. Okay. Can't even look at what those rewards might be. But I guess ultimately that's what we want. We basically exchange our undersea port reports for our storyteller quality to increase that. Okay, what can we do here? Ah, I see. So we can get it all the way up to 6 with by submitting these reports. We don't have one of Rosegate? Oh, really? How do I not have a Rosegate port report? I was there recently. Did I just forget to pick one up? Oh, maybe you get one by picking up that pamphlet. I saw the option and I didn't do it. Okay, well that's fine. Not a huge deal. Not sure why I don't have one for rack, but that's okay as well. We have enough, I guess, to do something with. I do wonder, though, what this is all about. You need 4. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is just spend a little bit of time, up to a minute. And we spent some time on the way here. I wonder if that's cumulative or if that timer gets reset whenever you pull into port anywhere. But either way, I think we should get a new... Oh, what? Right, this kind of thing that just happens randomly. In this case, not really what we wanted. Oh well. Yeah, it seems like it might have been reset, but yeah, in theory we should just need to spend a minute not docked anywhere. And that should give us a new something awaits you. Should probably happen any moment now. Maybe? Yes, okay. In fact, you probably just can't just, you know, you don't even need to move away at all, I think. But, well, we're here now. You need 4. So we don't even have 4. How much do we have? I guess we're gonna find out momentarily. Speak of Anthe, I mean, I guess I might as well. Crystal clear. You talk of consuming desire and mornings where every moment gleams with promise. You talk about broken vows and a love shattered, about a heart growing sharp as a barber's razor. You talk about how clearly we see the passions of others while obscuring our own motives. The listening sailors cast their eyes down, looking into the past. Right, Anthe is the place where you acquire sharpness, by the way. Okay, that gave us a Z story. Good. Useful to have those. Speak of Hideaway. Hideaway. Which place was Hideaway again? You speak of the city on the back of a beast. Ah. Okay. Yeah, of course. It's on the back of the crab. It is difficult to find, for it roams throughout the undersea, does it? Wait. Above the waves and below. It scorched its belly on Mount Palmerston and snapped the top from Massey's shaft. It blocked the harbor at Adams Way and gave birth to the Grand Geode. Is that so? Why, last you heard, it wasn't making for London. I guess those are really just stories. We do get another Z story for it. And, okay, so we had not... Yeah, I suppose it makes sense, because I didn't have any other undersea port reports. I hadn't been to any other undersea ports when I first got here. So we wouldn't have been able to do anything, I guess. Okay, fair enough. But we do have more than 4. Speak of Nook. That is that gaping maw full of teeth in the seafloor. Ivories. You describe an immense mouth set into the seafloor. Yes, exactly. Its rows of razor teeth. My cat is going crazy. Not now. No time for this. It's rows of razor teeth. Few know this, you say, but... Jesus. Hold on. Okay. We'll see if I'll be allowed to record a little bit now. Few know this, you say, but during the Morticalia festival, the Nook dwellers push on the teeth, playing them like the ivories of a gargantuan piano. And then the maw sings, a shuddering, bellowing dirge which causes whirlpools on the surface. The listening sailors frown. One unfolds a chart. Okay. And Scrimshender. That's the bone place. That's all about history. Your story is a bold one. That every mark ever made on seafaring skin appears unexplained on the walls of the Ivory City. You move among the listeners, gesturing to their tattoos. The Wheel of Mists, they'd find that etched above an aquifer. The Gambit, scratched into a nameless catacomb. And the Unflinching Eye, well, that is only found at the city's heart. But your listeners will have to visit and see for themselves. Okay, we now have 4, which I guess allows us to do something. But I suppose for good measure I might as well go for one more. Wings for water. You talk of the gut moths, which inhabit every sailor, and provide their nautical instincts. That taste in the throat, which heralds a storm front, the ability to digest food even on choppy seas, the welcome fluttering in the stomach at the sign of a sweetheart on shore, moths in the gut, growing all the time. Your listeners shift in their seats. One hurries out, clutching his mouth. Well, okay. Too bad we don't have one more. Because that would bring us to this maximum. Races as high as as high as 7. Right, of course. I can't have more than 6, but I can have exactly 6, which would allow us to do one more. Okay, fair enough. Oh, and you do need 7 in order to do anything here. Okay, well, we'll see what this does then. Participate in another contest of stories. I guess I had done this before, never mind. Maybe the first one was free? Or, I don't know. I don't remember exactly how this went. Tell a tale of the hunt. Wait. Oh, never mind. Secrets old sailors keep. Oh, wait, this was... Yeah, I don't know how you acquire those in Gantpole. Interesting. Knowledge of the first mate's question. Okay. Increase your storyteller quality to improve your chances at victory. I see. So right now these have... Okay. So I could have an up to a 50%, up to a 70%, up to a 70% chance of success with my level 7 storyteller. Okay. So will I be able to do anything here? Wait for the next one. You're not yet ready. Oh. Wait, but it did use up my... Something awaits you. Or did it? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, that was less than successful, but... I suppose you can just get more credit for telling the exact same stories again. I mean, Rosegate isn't that far away, and I guess we're gonna be returning for the cigar quest eventually. Right, we're gonna be buying those eoliths. We're gonna be acquiring the romantic literature. The unread log I still have no idea how to get. Except as a very rare random reward from Caches of Curiosities, I believe. But surely there must be other ways to get those. More reliable ways. Well, okay. I was getting hopeful that we might be able to do more this time, but I suppose not. That's okay. No more than 1. Yeah, I guess we have participated once before. Well, of course I would like to check this out at least once to see what kinds of rewards we're even talking about here. If that's even anything that's technically is potentially interesting to me. Well, we're going to be collecting and recollecting more port reports, of course. And yeah, we'll see. For now, I guess we save. Not that we have achieved a whole lot, but well. 4 terror. We're definitely getting there. Right, we just want to head straight north. Whoa, that's... I did not think that was going to be solid. Especially because our light actually goes past. It's not blocked by this building. That's a bit mean. Why am I even underwater at all? I guess it might increase terror faster than on the surface. It's definitely more dangerous without light, especially. Because there are just more things to ram into than on the open water. Who would have thought? Seven. Well, this is increasing quite quickly. Oh. I mean, I kind of want to reach 10 at least. So, come on. That's 9. Are those enemies? Yes. Can we kill them? Absolutely. Okay, there's 10 terror. Oh, wow, I forgot that we have the better weapon now. I didn't even realize. Didn't even pay attention. I guess we did kill them with the first shot. Dispose of the corpses, slightly reduce terror. Well, we don't want that. In fact, how is our terror gun down? Huh? Wait, how is it down to 9? Gather up the corpses. 1 supply. Gained 1 terror. Nice. Okay, we're back up to 10. Huh. Weren't we at 11? Am I crazy? Or at 10? Anyway, let's speak to this guy, and we can do this now. We have exactly 10 terror. We have all of the ingredients needed. So let's go. Dispel the darkness. He's mentioned before that he was in the theater. Could he arrange a diversion to improve morale? His eyes are opaque. Yes, he acknowledges, but I will require some very particular materials. Don't ask why. I mean, to be fair, this is pretty expensive, right? Those are some pretty rare things that he's asking for. But surely it's worth it. An event on the afterdeck. The crew gathers before a backdrop of parabola linen marked with stars and eyes. Their mood is jocular, skeptical, but anticipatory. They could use a show. The magician appears. His eyes are mirrors, lenses no doubt. He has 4 arms like an Indian god. Surrogates like Hisok, surely. He exhales blue fire, alcohol vapor, probably. He raises his arms, and the air is filled with golden petals. Up his sleeve, vines leap from the deck, twine his legs, creep up past his waist. Did he release narcotic vapors? The air is filled with virid light, and the neath roof above trembles. Seems to open to a sky with an orange sun. Long grasses rise around you. Yeah, that's not so easy to explain, is it? It's as if you wander in a meadow. Here and there your crew stand, chatting, laughing, eating fallen fruits. Rich juice runs down their chins. The sun is warm. Walls of jungle rise around you. Beneath your feet, the dark earth churns like the sea, and in the shadows of the undergrowth, serpents hiss like steam. But here, for a while, you are safe. Until you wake. You wake. You are in your bunk. The ship is quiet around you, bar the throbbing of the engines that the magician tends. The watch bell rings, and you hear crew rouse from their hammocks. You can still smell hot earth, dark fruit. Okay. Lost 10 terror. Thanks, I guess. Lost all the ingredients. Wait, you've gained 1 bale of parabola linen. Oh, interesting. Because that comes from a place... Yeah, who plucks the flax from the banks of rivers that flow through sleep? Right. We actually gained parabola linen from having a weird vision/dream in Irem once? Okay. So we needed to put on the show, but we actually gained 1 because we they weren't used up. That makes sense. We did use up the honey. We did use up the artifact. Lost some hunger. Okay. And do we have any new options now? No. Well, that's unexpected. So this was absolutely not worth it, unless it did somehow advance something or unlock something for the future. Yeah, I mean, the honey was just some money. Honey was just money. Not a whole lot. The artifact and live specimen, I suppose it's not the most expensive thing in the world. Yeah, this, I think 5 honey were 125 echoes. An artifact can technically be sold for 100, but obviously there are also plenty of other things to do with them, which make these definitely the hardest to come by and most valuable. I mean, the linen, we ended up actually gaining some, so that's nice. And the specimen I could have sold for at least 125, but also, again, there are a number of useful things to do with them. So, not great, especially since, you know, I did not really need the terror reduction, obviously, but oh well, now we know, and who knows, maybe it's gonna make a difference. Probably not, but who knows. Now, Vendorbyte should be able to do a few interesting things here. Dusty glass of wine, we don't need that. We don't need to explore, although we could. We could visit the curator, gather gossip. Oh, for a port report, yes. I guess we do want this in any case. What's the shop? Oh, several shops here, right, okay. Tomb colonists, of course. Yeah, they sell for 15 normally, so really just finding one of these randomly is not worth much at all. Definitely not, really not worth the cargo space even. We could sell these things here, which is tremendously not worth it. Especially the recent news. Okay, fuel and supplies pretty expensive. Thankfully we're still doing fine in both regards. Alright. The end of the tour, a full compliment. The last tour operator hails you delightedly. You didn't lose a one. Yeah, no, I guess we didn't. That's never happened before. There's a chorus of surprised protest from the colonists on deck. Oh, shut up, she snaps. You're all here, aren't you? Right, last installment, please, so I can pay the nice captain. Okay. One by one, the colonists troop down the gangplank, chatting excitedly. The operator leans close. They're cheery now. Oh, that won't last. Next week, they'll be off to the surface of the Grand Sanatorium. Or they'll give in to the change. But you've done this for them, given them a little window of peace. And me, you've earned a whole pocketful of you've earned a whole pocketful of peace. So here's your share. And something extra. Okay. Ooh, right. Yeah, I think I read about this. Nice. An extra Judgment's Egg. That's... And 1,500 echoes, of course. So that pays pretty well. And obviously I could have completed the tour much, much faster than I did. You know, saving me a lot of the heartache that those 12 blocked cargo spaces were causing me. Plus, that's much less of an issue now with my bigger cargo. But yeah. Anyway, 1,500 echoes and a couple hundred extra for the Judgment's Egg if I choose to sell that somewhere. Alright, awesome. Inspire Wanderlust. Did you find the last tour lucrative? Well, yes, I suppose. Or do you have another use for tomb colonists? Share tales of the wonders you've seen across the sea, and perhaps they'll rouse themselves for another go. Right. Okay. I mean, it is called the last tour. I wasn't really even questioning whether that would be a unique event. Although it would make perfect sense given the name. Because I have read that one of the things you can do for profit is actually just do this tour over and over again. But apparently resetting it is not exactly free. We have exactly 7 Tales of Terror. I don't know if I potentially need more of these, to be honest. Obviously, we have plenty of Z-stories and Memories of Distant Shores, so that's not an issue. The other thing is, do I want to? I mean, 1500 echoes is nice. Another Judgment's Egg, presumably, which I guess is the bonus for when you actually bring back all of them. Or maybe you also get paid less in general. Anyway, I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's definitely profitable, especially when you, well, when you get lucky with locations that are, you know, not too far out of the way, and when you also just, you know, focus on finishing the tour quickly rather than, you know, taking forever to actually finish it. But I'm not sure. I guess I would do it if I had, if I still had like 10 plus Tales of Terror, but I don't. So I guess I'm not going to do that right now. But I will visit the first curator. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. Yes. Ask about the sanatorium. No. Now, okay, we're still missing 5 of these. And we should have all of them, right? The Eyeless Skull's at the bottom here for some reason. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. And of course, the only thing that I'm really hesitant to let go is this lump of blue Scintillate. That is very nice to have, but we are going to be able to get another one, so, you know, sure. Oh, that gives me a captivating treasure. I forget what we got for the first 2 things that we turned in. Maybe it was treasures as well. That would explain why I had 3 of them, I guess. Anyway, Cage Frail Fingers. The curator cups its hand over the lump of glowing coral. Its face, you see now, is masked with copper. Its fingers wither in the light. A curl of smoke rises, but it only clutches the coral tighter. The sea, it whispers. I smell the sea. You smell scorched dust, but here's your payment. In rubies of antique cut, the curator seems happy. Well, that's all that counts, I guess. I smell stars. Okay. Beside the curator's couch waits a humped machine of iron and brass. There, it wheezes, straining to raise its arm. A recess approximately the size of the cinder waits. You place the cinder there and close the lid. Faint atonal music, like the pricking of starlight, drifts from within. I will never see Parabola, the curator wheezes, but perhaps you will. Take this mirror. It was born in a volcano. Dark glass, serpent carved. Ooh, okay, that's another. These are all, I guess the rewards are always going to be captivating treasures and, you know, all treasures of various descriptions, which is neat. Give it a star shell. Okay, never mind. Almost unreal. Disappointing, it wheezes. It looks imagined, almost unreal. A memory, but enough. Your payment is there. A human skull. 7 secrets. Okay, actually I didn't even see this at first. That is very much worth it still. Lamentable relic, of course, not so much. Not worth a lot by itself. A pot of violent ink. We would have made a better contract, but we hungered for the flesh of gods. Huh? What? A stained finger. It extends a brittle arm from beneath its coverlet, dips it in the ink, conveys the finger back to its hidden mouth. Ah, it sighs. The color will enter my bones, and then perhaps the moth. It's plainly rambling, but at least it hasn't forgotten your reward. A cameo of a bandaged beauty painted on a mummified palm, on the mummified palm of a mummified hand. All right, not to everyone's taste, but it's terribly well executed. Okay, it still counts as a treasure. And finally, we get rid of this unsettling eyeless skull. Yes, I want to forget. Okay, a waiting pedestal. At its direction, you place the skull atop a dripstone pedestal. A stalagmite once, now carved with crockets and grimacing faces. Erigo sparks crawl across it. For a moment, you forget what you were doing. Thank you, the curator whispers. Perhaps you have saved me from the sanatorium, and perhaps the emergence will be less painful. Its chest pulses feebly. You accept a single huge black pearl. The curator's fancies grow worse, but it pays well. Okay. Well, pick up to 5 treasures. Up to another 5,000 gold. I mean, that's, or echoes. That's very reassuring to have that available as an option. Even though obviously right now I'm feeling pretty good about my funds. Also, receive a final reward. It reaches up and to clasp your hand. I am grateful. You don't know what you've done to me. Accelerated the growth beneath the flesh, spared me the sanatorium. Here, my dissolution. A birth. The curator moves faster than you've ever seen, flinging its arms back as if in delight. Its chest pulses, then crumbles inwards. It cries out softly and turns its masked face to watch you. Its chest crumbles like damp clay. Something damp and sleekly shining pushes out. Antennae rustle. Faceted eyes glisten. The curator's hand reaches up to caress the creature and then goes still forever. It frees itself, flexing damp wings, a moth of prodigious size. Its wings are figured with patterns in familiar colors. Pelargin, Vyric, Irigo. Okay. The curator's end. The moth perches at the head of the sofa. You've never seen one this big. Its wings are a whole library of glyphs, clues, inkblot images. It's finished, my lady, the obsequious steward says behind you, though he seems less obsequious now. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. But first... Except steam yacht deeds? Oh, I have no use for that, unfortunately. It was too frail to sail by the time she was completed. It would have wanted you to have her. Oh, the curator, okay. You'll be able to swap to the steam yacht when in Vanderbilt. The Lusothea class is a mid-sized ship with 250 hull that increases hearts, veils, and pages by 10 each. Okay. I would appreciate all the details, but I mean, clearly, this is not as good. I mean, it might be smaller and thus more maneuverable, perhaps, than our ship, but we already have a special ship, right? So, no. Except a huge trove of secrets. Perhaps it would have preferred you to have its memoirs? They're a little dry, but it was very wise. It had lived a long, long time. Except 7 treasures. Okay, so, I mean, secrets are nice. I don't know. A huge trove of secrets. How many are we talking here? Forget other rewards. Take only the moth. It's watching you. Does it remember the flesh it dwelt in? It spoke often of the Z. Perhaps it would like to travel? Huh. Well, 7 treasures is basically 7,000 echoes, which is huge. I guess that basically doubles my treasure reward. Of course, if it's avarice that motivates you, I must admit I am myself motivated chiefly by avarice. Glad we're on the same page here. Well, the moth is obviously the intriguing option here. I do wonder how many secrets we're talking. I mean, I don't know that I can absolutely exchange secrets for potentially very useful stuff in Irem. Obviously, they can always be used to just straight up increase attributes, although I wonder if just for that purpose alone it's worth picking this option over just an absurd amount of money, for example. Screw it, I'm going to take the moth. It says take only the moth, which makes me wonder if maybe I would get the moth either way, in which case obviously I'd go for the treasures. I didn't save before doing this, did I? Well, really the only other thing I did was to deliver the colonists. So, I mean, if I had to make a decision, a permanent decision for now, I would go with the moth, just because, you know, more money would be nice, but I don't desperately need it right now. I think I'll be fine, money-wise. But I do wonder. Actually, instead of wondering and you know, potentially reloading and redoing a bunch of stuff, I'm just gonna look it up just to see if am I though? No, screw that. I'll accept the treasures now and see. Yeah, okay, I get 7 more treasures. Old gold, rings, crowns, rods, copper discs, garnet studded, a mirror figured with a map of the lost surface. Silver coins with squat glyphs like wax stains, a jade tiger with a ruby heart. You earned it, the steward remarks. Spend it in good health. And that's that. Okay. No moth, of course. So, would it have been a mascot, perhaps? Or just a straight-up officer? Obviously, I need to find out. Because, again, the extra treasures are nice. Nice to have those for security, you know, for safety, financial safety. But, you know, as I was reloading, I was thinking, wait, did I even ever save at Vanderbilt? Sure enough, I did not. Well, that's fine. I'm going to make my way back there and redo the magic show. Why didn't I save there? I thought I was thinking about it, but then I thought, you know, it's not gonna be necessary. I'm just gonna get rewarded a bunch. What could I need a save for? Silly. Of course. There, because you were obviously also just as curious as I was. I picked the secrets reward this time around. So I made my way back here. I lost some hull fighting a little insignificant pirate ship on the way, which didn't really give me... I guess it gave me a bale of spider silk, which I'm going to be able to sell, so, you know, I took 4 damage from taking a hit. No big deal at all. Otherwise, I just made my way here uneventfully and, you know, turned in all the other rewards. And yeah, I picked this option, which turns out to give you 9 secrets, which is good, but, you know, maybe not as interesting as the other options. The memoirs are handwritten on bark cloth from the bolegus, those vast and woody mushrooms that grow on fertile islands. It preferred the old ways, the steward says obscurely. I recommended the section on its stay in the Carnate. Surprisingly spicy. It was not always old. My thanks again, and be discreet in the matter of the birth. Not everyone in Vanderbilt would understand. Okay. That's that. Explore Vanderbilt. Wasn't this option gone last time? Or maybe not. I guess I was just not specifically looking for it. Anyway, let's take a look at this moth and see if that's interesting enough to not pick 7,000 echoes over it. Continue. Final reward, a birth. Forget the other rewards, take only the moth. Extend a hand. It glides to your wrist like a falcon. The furred scales of its wings are thick as carpet fibers. It smells of wax and frost. Bend your head closer. If you can't hear it speak, perhaps you can read meaning in its wings. A keeper moth. Its wings carry 1,000 years of memories. Few of those memories are good. Okay. It is a mascot. Hearts -2, but mirrors +3, veils +3, pages. Okay, mirrors, veils, and pages. So, definitely a lot better in terms of stats than the guinea pig. Yeah, we're losing 2 hearts, but whatever. Also, this is just really interesting. We cannot talk to it, just like the others. Well, we can talk to the Blemigan, for what it's worth. Oh, wait. Chase your Blemigan from the engine room. Oh, interesting. Perhaps not now, though. Because I kind of want to explore Vanderbilt. Let's gather gossip first. Yeah, you totally can see this here. Okay, so just to see what we missed out on. 3,000 weight, 250 hull, 70 hold capacity. I mean, the lesser weight is definitely not a disadvantage. Everything else, though, yeah. I mean, honestly, less crew members, less crew capacity is also not a disadvantage in my book. Plus 10 to everything. No iron. Also, this actually does not even come with an aft slot, so never mind. This is just a slightly better. Well, I guess in all of these stats, it's significantly better than your starting ship, but yeah. And I guess it would just barely allow you to get that super engine, for example, with these 70 slots. That's just about the minimum you must have, right? Because between 40 bars of ivory and then, of course, the supplies and fuel you need to even make the trips necessary, yeah, you can't really do with much less than 70, I think. Anyway, yeah, not having an aft slot is kind of bad. And, yeah, anyway, we didn't want this. That was clear that we would not want to take that over the Cladery heart. It would have been a nice upgrade, I suppose, if we didn't have the heart or access to it. So there's that. Do we explore Vanderbilt? I suppose. 1 building and 3 seems abandoned. Yes, let's save. And if this doesn't turn out to be useful, I guess I can chase my Blemmigan and see what that does. I don't know if I've ever done that. Yeah, we will save this. Sure, we keep the moth. Do we keep the moth? I mean, it is the most useful stat increasing mascot I've gotten so far. Plus, you know, it's unique, and I don't think I'm gonna need the money. In before, I will, but I mean, no, I don't think so. I'm not gonna buy an expensive ship or anything. And what else am I gonna buy? I'm gonna buy that suppressor thing or whatever it's gonna be called for 2,000, and after that, I guess all I need money for is fuel and supplies. So yeah, I think we're gonna be good. We'll save. Explore Vanderbilt, a withered garden. I think this is new. Dead fir trees have carpeted a little park with old brown needles. A little group of tomb colonists stands around another lying on a bench. Unexpectedly, you find yourself reminded of physicians and midwives at a birthing couch. The colonist on the bench, he's old, withered to sticks, groans horribly, though the fir needles deaden the sound. Something moves in his chest, like a sea creature surfacing or a butterfly breaching a cocoon. I mean, we've literally witnessed something very similar only moments ago. A Tale of Terror, though, that's good. Huh. In fact, now that I have more than 7, I'm tempted to maybe basically re-enable the last tour. I don't know if I want to go on the last tour and use up another 12 inventory slots right away, but I could do it. At least I'm gonna have the option. Right, the other colonists spot you and close ranks around him. Stay back, Silkskin, one hisses. This is his breaking out. Your time will come. There is a kind of rapture in her voice. Okay, Tale of Terror, nice. Terror, kind of whatever. 15 fragments, also kind of whatever, but I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it for the Tale of Terror, to be honest. Not usually something super valuable, but we are kind of short, so yeah. Okay. Well then. I guess we keep going? Yeah, we absolutely keep going. I'll save that, because why not? And we're going to continue on to Wither. I might try to fight one of those Lifebergs along the way. I don't know if I can realistically do that. Oh, I got rid of my stupid blue Scintillac. That's obviously going to cripple my offense quite a bit. I mean, we're still going to deal more DPS, I suppose, than we did with our old weapon, but we would deal a third more, roundabout, with the Scintillac. So that's definitely a shame to have lost that. It might be a while before I get to recover it. Well, I mean, technically I could ensure that I get one relatively quickly. I'll just have to pick up some candles in London. Of course, now that I'm prepared to give fighting it a try, the cowardly Lifeberg isn't even around to be a nuisance. Oh well. There. House of the Question. So what did we want to do here? Shop for Mutasalt. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Oh. Why did I think this... I could just buy this for money here. Is there a place to buy Mutasalt for money? Huh. Well, that kind of changes things. I mean, I can obviously get the 2 that I need for quests, but I'm definitely not going to get 7. I mean, I can't get 7 for the Venturer. How did I miss this kind of important part? Kind of important aspect. Is this really the only place? Let me check. Yeah, okay. It seems like Mutasalt is much more valuable and harder to come by than I gave it credit for. Huh. What do you know? Okay. Well, we need 2 of these, though. And technically there is... Well, there is a potentially better way. Well, there is a way to get Mutasalt for money. Indirectly. Apparently you can buy 2 units of Mutasalt for 1 cask of sapphires. Or casket of sapphires, or whatever. But that's all the way in Hideaway. So, you know, I could do that in the long run, but I kind of want the stuff right now, so... yeah, unfortunately that was 10 Z stories. Pretty steep price, but we did get a bunch of those recently, so we're still... Yeah, we still have 12. It's fine. But obviously, yeah, there's no way I'm getting 7 of these to fulfill the Venturer's desire, so, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. I was kind of hoping to get that out of the way. Also, we have 10 terror, so I will do the thing that I hadn't actually done or redone yet. So let's do this real quick. Is the outcome the same? We did gain a bale of linen, for what it's worth. Okay, yeah, I mean, probably not worth it, but here we are. Okay, and we actually have these things now. Have you my Mutasalt, Captain? My Zoop. I'm keen to investigate their possibilities. A braising alembic bubbles eagerly in the background. You know what? Before I do this, just in case it's somehow bad, because I really should not ever trust a game on anything. And I never learned that lesson. There. Supplies. Excellent. He retreats into his galley and bars the door. Day and night his jugging crucible blazes. The galley portholes flare crimson across the Black Sea. He does not answer the door. It ships biscuits and barreled water for a while. When he emerges, his bandages are yellow with smoke. I am victorious. The Zoop defied me, but I have broken it. Chanterelles from some soggy edge of London. Pigstock. A feisty dash of paprika. Lament onions. Petals from the exile's rose which grows in hell. And tears from a hanged man or a heartbroken priest. I believe either would suffice. Wait, that's more stuff you want? The method of the ingredients combination is singular. I believe I can make use of it. Oh, you he what's the word? Analyzed, I guess. The Zoop. Those are the ingredients. I see. That would explain why it's relatively expensive. Right, from a hangman. Right, the method of the ingredients combination is singular. I believe I can make use of it. We are charting new culinary frontiers, my captain. But the Fathom King presides over the drowning feasts. He's accustomed to excess. We must amaze. That night, the crew dine happily on fish stew. The poissonnier keeps your wine glass topped up, and at the end of dinner approaches you nervously. I am afraid I have another request, Captain. I need something from Khan's heart, a certain book of recipes. If we were going that way, he fidgets with the ends of his bandages, avoiding your gaze. Why is he lying to you? Is he lying to me? Okay. What? You have 10 replete times hunger? Sure. Yeah, okay. We're just down to 10 hunger, in other words. Mysterious business in Khan's heart. Well, we are going to be back in that area eventually, so sure. And while we're here, let's finally get to know her? Yes. Over some dinner. Invite her to dine with you. For a light meal of sea lily soup and whale cheese with a glass of surface cordial. The brisk campaigners' tastes are expensive. The mute salt ensures that the conversation waits until after dinner coffee. Right, because it literally makes you mute while eating. A certain reserve. Medicines, practices, techniques, knowledge. I'm at Z to learn. It's not as if, I don't mean to be discourteous, but you don't pay well. But you don't pay well, not compared to the Empress. Well, I didn't know that I paid you at all, so there's that. To learn, then, and there is a particular urgency. But here she checks herself. It's unusual to see her discomposed, but she is. She searches for words, reconsiders what she has to say, and leaves shortly thereafter. But she smiles and claps you on the shoulder as she passes. Huh. We cracked her reserve? We gained 1 hearts, okay. So at least it was a little bit worth it in that regard, and... Huh. Let's do one of these. Learning begets learning. The campaigner's knowledge is vast, but her patience not always vast. She is never discourteous, but you do occasionally catch her looking at the clock. Okay. In fact, I wonder if I should go... I could go all the way to 100 hearts. I mean, I could. There's no particular reason to do it, but I would like to see a 3-digit number here. I guess I might as well, right? I mean, it's only with the added bonuses and subtractions, I suppose, in some cases. But why not, right? I suppose I could use her option instead. Exchange, it's a straight trade. One of your best discoveries for one of hers. It's not hard to drive the bargain. She sits back after dinner and tells you this. Most people think that the hard part of surgery is finding what's wrong and taking it out, but any fool could do that. A ship's cook with a cleaver can have that part of the job. The hard part is cutting so you can sew it all back up again afterwards. And she demonstrates on a shark fin, leaving it in a better condition than it started. Okay, cool. But we have a couple of different people who will give us hearts, right? Oh, not her. Not you, for sure. Not you. No, you obviously about iron. Who else was hearts? You? Yes, surprisingly. And he will actually increase it all the way to 150, for what it's worth. Fleur. Huh? Excuse me? Flip your hand from the floor. Open your eyes. Huh? I have no idea what he just said. The Outcast has Gnostic secrets of profound culinary import to impart. Even its lesser revelations are enough to touch your dreams with the dread of drowning. Perhaps, fortunately, it gets so excited when it talks about the greater revelations that you don't have any idea what the hell it's on about. What? Oh, okay, that gave me 1 terror. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Let's not do that again. Was there anyone else who increases hearts? No, not this guy. I mean, not that it matters at all. She's about mirrors. You're iron, obviously. Whatever. And there we go. 100 hearts. Yay. I guess I could increase some of the other stats to nice round numbers, but I think I'm good for now. In fact, is there anything else I want to do here? Anything else I can do here? Explore town, gather intelligence. Shore leave and wither. That is obviously not worth it for terror reduction. We'll do this. What was this all about? House of the Question. Gain Salt's attention, ask about the drowned man. Defy the gods. Which I've done before. This was... What was this about? Surely I've done this before, probably multiple times. But I keep forgetting. And thus keep paying them more, I guess. Let's save. Yes. Let's ask. That gives me 10 fragments. Drownman's brothers, I and sisters, gave him to the knives and the lacquer. Snow comes from the north. What? That's not useful. Which I obviously knew at one point, but, well. Alright. So, explore town? A walk by the shore? Continue? Oh, what? A castaway. A woman in an iridescent green gown waves vaguely from a rock near the shore. Sorrowful sighs waft across the water towards you. An idiot castaway? A mermaid? Of course not. Mermaids are a preposterous myth. Yes. Crazy. Approach, of course. I mean, it's kind of unsettling how it only shows the dress. As if there were no actual woman inside. That's kind of weird. The poor woman won't answer your hails, but she's obviously in need of assistance. Unless it really is just an empty piece of clothing. Huh? The poor woman won't answer your hails, but she's obviously in need of assistance. That's all for now. Huh? Oh, what? The serpent's lure. A fanged mouth rears from the water, big enough to bite a boat in half or swallow a pig. The woman contorts and slides into the water. She's the tip of the monster's tail. Oh, cool. This will be untidy, obliterated. I mean, it's almost a 50% chance. Obviously, we try it. I failed, no! But I have a harlot fry. Ooh. And Stygian Ivory. I lost only one crew member. A terrible toll. The beast's scales are proof against pistol shot, and it wreaks terrible havoc before you manage to bring it down. Okay, so we still do manage to bring it down, and this thing is actually a harlot fry. Huh. You harvest its bones and scrape its hatchling young from along the rocks by the shore. I see, okay. Interesting. Well, we should get the same event again, right? Or at least have a chance to? Explore. Approach. Continue. Obliterate. Succeed. There we go. Right. Yeah, I mean, okay, we still get the harlot fry. Or I guess just a whole bucket full of harlot fry young. And the Stygian Ivory for what it's worth. We can just sell that. We could hold onto it because we are going to need 40 of it, but, you know, whatever. I guess I can hold onto it for now. Okay, that happened. That was interesting, at least. Those could just be... We can just sell at the zoo, right? In London. It's not exactly a zoo, but you know what I mean. For 500. Unless that was something else. But I think that's what that was. I don't really have anything to do with this parabola linen. I mean, we won't be able to unlock a new desire, adventurous desire, unfortunately, because we definitely won't be able to fulfill the Mutersalt one, and I forget what the other one was, but also something not necessarily easily acquired. So I wonder if I should just sell these off once I'm back in London. I will look into what I could potentially do with this harlot fry, if there's anything interesting to do with it, or if I'm just gonna sell it for 500. Yeah. But for now it's nice to have those things, I suppose. We are going to head over to Codex from here, which is very nearby. In fact, let me just quickly see. Yeah, Codex, Undercrow. We don't want to head to Frostfound right away, because we actually want the element of dawn first. Which means that we're going to... what are we going to do? Right, we need... Oh god, we actually need to go to Mount Palmerston. Yeah, it would make sense to do that now. We need the 3 Devil Bone dice, and we need a couple of other things from there as well. I guess we no longer need the Zoop, for what it's worth. Yeah. So we will want to head over to Mount Palmerston. And I guess then we could head down to the Sea of Lilies. Right, well, I'm not entirely sure what the most efficient way is to do things, but I'll figure something out. But probably next time we're gonna head all the way over to Mount Palmerston for starters. Right, as always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.